Welcome to Dunk Bait, where we talk mostly basketball. We'll be talking about Dame. Is he in the MVP race? And a little bit Bron versus Steph, but not in the way you're thinking, okay? So, Seerat, is Dame in the MVP race?
Absolutely.
The MVP race is wide open. We talk Bron and Jokic a lot, but Harden's making crazy moves. You know, Embiid's hurt right now, but he's having a great season. And what Dame is doing is insane. It's wide open right now. We don't know who's going to win, but I think definitely Dame's in there.
Yeah, to take a team that didn't have CJ, doesn't have Nurkic still, and keep them in the playoff race in a Western Conference that is a gauntlet because basically everybody could be MVP right now ever since Embiid got hurt. That's so impressive. The thing that astounds me most is that we really don't know what Dame's ceiling is. Like, he kind of just does whatever is asked for him. So I feel like the more the Blazers ask of him, the better basketball we get in return.
There's not a bad shot in the gym. He can shoot it from the third row. It's a good shot with three defenders dripping off him. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, when he's leading in damn near every clutch category. I mean, we can't have the MVP race and not have this man in it.
I feel like the MVP race is just kind of like it's stretching the parameters of what we call a race because there are just so many guys that you have to give credit to right now. Like, basketball is just wonderful. You got Jimmy Butler. The last 10 games he's played, the Heat have won. Some of them Bam has missed, and he's like playmaking more than he ever has before. He's averaging 8.6 assists in the last 10 games. I never really thought we'd see that happen. And then you got Harden carrying a team, even though, you know, the presumed best player in the world, KD, is out. And Embiid's still in there. Joker's still in there. LeBron just got his 99th career triple-double. It's a great time to be a basketball fan.
Either somebody does something crazy or a record's broken damn near every night. That's how it feels. You know what I mean? And, like, I'm looking at Harden play and, like, he goes for like 17, 15, and 15, and nobody really, you know what I mean? It's like almost normal at this point. 15 rebounds from your point guard?
15 that they need, by the way. 15 rebounds that they need. It's not like he's just padding his stats. Like, the Nets need him to rebound.
Let's talk about Steph versus Bron, the most imitated and never duplicated players in the NBA. I have a question. Will we see another Bron before we see another Steph, or vice versa? What do you think?
You obviously have Lillard extending his range after Curry basically, you know, did away with the idea of bad shots, right? Like, Dame has even pushed that a little bit further. He's taken his cue. And the court, the way that plays are made in the NBA is just mapped off of LeBron. If you look at how James Harden plays, he's basically an optimized version of drive and kick LeBron, right? And even though James touches the ball a ton and Curry takes some of the craziest shots you'll ever see, like that's kind of the legacy to me that those two guys are leaving in the NBA, is just playing really, really smart basketball. And that's the part I think is really hard to replicate.
I wanted to say we see another Bron first because genetically players are going in that way. We're seeing more anomalies. You know, Bron as an anomaly physically will not be as much of an anomaly in like the next 15 or 20 years. With Steph, I could shoot. People that are in the NBA could shoot twice as much as Steph and not be as good of a shooter as Steph. I think there's something innate about Steph that makes him that good of a shooter. But Trae Young is doing Steph things before Steph was doing Steph things at his age. Trae Young could potentially be, you know, up there with Steph as far as shooting, based upon what we've seen so far in his first 3 years in the league. As I do think the league athletically is getting closer to Bron, but I don't know if that player will have that supercomputer that LeBron has in his head. You know what I'm saying?
I just think that the way that the court is set up now, it's really simplified decision making. It's a very drive and kick game. When you see two people on you, you immediately know what to do. And I don't think that was always the case with basketball before.
I'm having the most fun I've had watching basketball in a long time, I'll say. You know what I mean? The bubble was great. That was a nice, you know what I mean? But what we're seeing now, you know, this is the best basketball we've seen this season in the last couple weeks for sure. Sure, it's been fun, but that's the end of the show. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I'm LaJethro Jenkins.
I'm Seerat Sohi.